Hello and greetings from Beijing. My name is Mushtaq Kapasi. I'm Chief Representative for Asia Pacific for ICMA International Capital Market Association. And I'm very honored to be here to have a short chat with Sabino Fornies from the EU Embassy in Beijing.
Yes.
Welcome. So you're actually based in Beijing,
Yeah.
but you work for the European Union.
Yeah.
And tell us about some of your main priorities in terms of the work and the possibilities, the opportunities between EU and China in the capital markets.
Yeah. Well, I am doing a mix of technical and diplomatic work. So, my biggest role here is to build bridges between the European Union and China in the financial sector, either capital markets or banking or insurance, in a way that we can have a better understanding of each other, and also we can find opportunities where we can either be more active in China or China can be more active in the EU and avoid as much as possible frictions in this context.
And where do you see some of those frictions and the potential solutions for those?
Well, the frictions are multiple because we are living in a quite complex environment, and of course, every economic bloc has its own interests, and we should not be shy about that. The Chinese have their interests, we have our interest, and for us, the main friction here in China and in Chinese capital markets in general is the difficulty of access for our financial service operators. And this is a complex issue. It has been there for a long time. There are many ways of working. You could do this on terms of general principles, or you could just focus more on specific issues that could help you build a delivery path.
Right.
And this is the approach that we are taking because we are two complete different systems, and of course every system has its own principles and basis, and we are not here to tell the Chinese what they have to do, but we are here to try to make the Chinese understand that having us here or us having the Chinese in Europe is in the benefit of all of us.
Yeah, and what are some of the main specific benefits that you see? And my question would be main from a European point of view. Where do European investors, European issuers, European banks, what is it about China in particular that gives them a sense of opportunity?
Yeah, well, China, it gives us a lot of room for diversification, which is quite important here. I'm talking about inflows to China. Of course, we are also here, at least our financial sector, to help our real economy sector, which it needs financing. And of course, they need to do this with banks that are basically they are banks in Europe too. So these are the main issues, and of course, we also think that our presence here could allow the Chinese also to diversify, so not to be so dependent on the dollar denominated assets, and also be able to diversify into more euro denominated assets in the same way as we could also diversify more into renminbi denominated assets.
So it seems like it's really both ways. It's from an investor point of view, opportunities in China, diversification, actually both ways, but also funding the real economy
Yeah, yeah.
in EU.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know that in the EU we are having now this huge debate about how to also develop our capital markets. Creating
Yes,
this capital
yes,
market
indeed,
union has been
indeed.
there for a long
Well,
time.
China does have a unified market in some ways.
Exactly. So, we are also, we can also sell Europe as a place where to go and invest. Even if now we hear a lot of negativity about Europe, we have a huge potential that is there, and we are trying to put this potential also in the eyes of the Chinese investors who hold a huge amount of wealth that is not really invested in a way that we think. When we think about investing, it's not about putting your money into deposits in banks, but more to mobilize that. We have the same problem in Europe, the opportunity to mobilize our huge level of savings. So there are a lot of issues where we just are more or less we can understand each other. No? Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That's a great way to end it, understanding each other as much as we can.
Thank you.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Enjoy the conference.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you. Okay, bye bye. Good.